This is Friends with Benefits, where I highlight the importance of being a part of relationships that are sustainable because they have a sense of giving and receiving. Today, I have with me here Austin. Hey, Austin.
Hey, Chas.
Austin and I have been friends since college. We worked together in the dorms at University of Oregon. Go Ducks.
Go Ducks.
And Austin, he is musically gifted. He is one of the most down-to-earth people that I've ever met, especially in college. And man, you've been on your healing journey and spiritual journey since college. I know you and I talked about this before, and I had the honor of having you as part of my first group of people in my coaching program. So it's been so amazing working with you. I've loved our sessions. Always, we have so much insight and so much fun things to talk about. And like, we go deep. Me and Austin, we go deep.
We do.
Yeah. So how has music played a part in your spiritual journey of healing?
Well, it's been there for my entire life. My mom said that I would bob to music, to the beat of music when I was a baby. And I started piano lessons in first grade and then eventually moved into drum lessons and then did guitar lessons and beginning like kind of middle school-ish. And what music allowed me to do was actually a bunch of different things. But I remember with piano, it really allowed me to go to a place where I could just let out my feelings. I would go and just sit at the piano, whether I was super happy or sort of sad, feeling down as a kid in elementary school, and just improv songs, just make stuff up, and it would be either sad or like this really happy fast thing. And then with drums, it gave me the ability to really start to play with other people. I remember in sixth grade leaving to go play drums at the middle school for my brother's band and at a little performance that they did. And it allowed me to build confidence in myself that I had some body image things going on as a kid and just like lack of confidence in general, but music was a place where I could go to really build that confidence and build my self-esteem and kind of find who I literally, I was just going to say that, took the words right out of my mouth. And then in high school is where I started playing guitar and writing real like lyrics and music and writing these songs and singer-songwriter songs. And it brought me close to so many different people and bonding with different people. And that really led me to being able to craft my learn songwriting and craft these things that were not just free form expressions of feeling, but real specific, deliberate choices to express my feeling and who I am and what I think and how I think. And I've released two projects, an album and an EP. And the first one was really the beginning, kind of was halfway through college actually, and it was about relationships and myself and who I am as a person, whom I'm growing, the man I'm growing into, and place and this world and all that sort of things. And then the second release was expanded even more on that, and it's always been something that I can go to and again just really pour all of these things into music. And especially 5 years ago now, the death of my best friend, who actually helped me craft the underlying stories to my last release, and his voice is on that album. There's the interludes with his voice, and I have all these notes of him writing these memories, things of his, and so there's this huge period of like 4 or 5 years of literally all my songs being about that thing and trying to heal. So healing through
The loss.
songwriting.
That is so powerful. Like I heard you being able to put your feelings into music, which is so healing, right? And like to just be able to express our feelings in this world can be tricky sometimes, you know? So like that music gave you an outlet for that. And then I didn't realize about your friend who had passed away and the healing you got to go through of that grieving and that loss of that relationship, but then how like tied in, you know, like man, I've watched you know, home videos of my grandfather who passed away, and it is emotional just hearing their voice or seeing them move again, you know. So like to be
Yeah.
able to hear him on the music and on the tracks that you made together must have been so intense. My goodness.
Yeah, there was definitely a period of time where I didn't listen to it, but
Yeah,
I'm back on the listening train. Yeah.
there you go. Yeah. And then this confidence building, this like chance to like connect with other people who are that and like build confidence with them. That's so sweet. Heartbreak, happiness, you know, it gets the mood up. Music is so connected to our feelings. I wonder why that is. It's just so a part
100%.
of even cultures, right? It's like
Yeah,
music, food is like something that's in every culture. It's like necessary.
it is. Yeah, it's two different types of way to feed your body, feed your soul.
Okay. Okay. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, so I have been learning how to listen to my intuition. In your class, that was a huge eye-opening experience for me in particular. And I'm curious, clearly with what you're doing, you're starting more and more to follow Chas, follow what the
Mm.
heck she's wanting to do and what feels right for her. So how have you done that for yourself? How have you cultivated that ability to listen to your intuition? And how how do you know when that is actually the right thing to do or not?
That's such a good question. In Hawaiian culture, we talk about our na'au or like our gut or our root of ourselves. And I feel like that was a part of this understanding my intuition is just like understanding one that it like comes from a place of love and not fear. So that's kind of like one way that I like keep understand what direction it's pointing me in, or like if, like you said, how do I know if it's right? You know, is I kind of look at, is it rooted in love or is it rooted in fear? You know, and another thing is understanding that, going back to what I just said, is understanding that I am a feeler. So sometimes I just feel that something's right. Like, or when I hear something, I just feel like the truth of it. Or you know how when you like a good example is like when you hear something and then like your hair stands up on your whole body and your skin just like, you know,
Yeah.
like that's how I kind of feel when I am hearing something or making a decision or speaking words that I know is like coming from my na'au, coming from my gut or my like center of myself, you know, my like highest self inside there. And I guess like it is sometimes difficult because there's just so much within us. Like I know that there's so many parts of myself within me. So there is times where like the other parts will start speaking, but it's really, really the fear versus the love that I know which one's my like na'au, which one's my inner self, like, you know, my core self, and which one is like the other parts of myself that have been developed over time and experiences. Is like, it's too hard, you know, it's too much. And like, what if people don't love you? And those, I know that when like those voices are speaking, they're coming from a place of fear. Like it's trying to protect me. So like, I think it has good intentions, but it's still coming from a place of fear. But thank you for that beautiful freaking meeting, Austin. That was so nice.
Yeah.